Dear students, very good morning. This is Ramesh GK, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Government First Grade College and PG Center, Shidlaghatta, Chikkaballapura District. Department of Collegiate Education, welcome to Digital Learning. Today I am going to take up the Advanced Corporate Accounting for the 4th semester BCom. The topics which I am going to cover today are Human Resource Accounting, Introduction, Meaning, Definition and Objectives, Benefits and Limitations of Human Resource Accounting. Here, dear students, the Human Resource Accounting is nothing but maintaining the financial or monetary value of human resources working in the organization. That is nothing but it is an attempt to treat the human resources working in the organization as an assets of the organization. Therefore, they should be valued in a proper way and they should be communicated to the interested parties about that particular assets. That is, when you treat human resources as an assets of the institution, they have to be valued. And after the valuation process, the value of human resources must be communicated to the interested parties. And the human resource accounting is not a new concept. Since 1960s, lot of experts have been making very good effort to treat human resources accounting in practice. But now, let us go through the simple meaning of term human resource accounting. Human resources are considered as an important assets and different from physical assets. Usually, the human resources are considered as important assets of any organization for that matter, but the only thing is they are entirely different from physical assets, because the physical assets, they don't have emotions and feelings, but the human assets, they have got feelings and emotions. In the same way, unlike physical assets, the human assets never get depreciated. Usually, in the accounting process, we depreciate assets, that is physical assets. But when it comes to human resources, they never get depreciated, because as on age passes, as on experience increases, the value of human resources going to increase only but never decreases. So the human assets will never get depreciated. Therefore, the valuation of human resources along with other assets are also required in order to find out the total cost of the organization. In order to find out the total worth, total cost of any organization, it is most essential to treat human resources as an asset. In this direction, as I told you earlier, the efforts have been made since 1960s. In the year 1960, Rennies and Likert along with other social researchers tried to define the concept of human resource accounting. The efforts have been started very long ago, that is in the year 1960, to define or to consider the human resources as accounting and to develop a new concept, that is human resource accounting. Now, let us go through one or two definitions of human resource accounting. The American Association of Accountants defines HR as follows. HRA is a process of identifying and measuring the data about human resources and communicating this information to the interested parties. This is the definition given by American Association of Accountants. That is, first process of HRA is identifying. That means identifying the assets in the form of human resources in the organization and measuring, that is, the measuring the financial value of such human resources and communicating this information to the interested parties. So that is the definition of accounting as per the American Association of Accountants. Let us go through another definition. Stephen Knopf. HRA is the measurement and quantification of human organizational inputs such as recruiting, training, experience and commitment. Okay, here according to Stephen Knopf, HRA is nothing but measurement and quantification of organizational inputs. That is human organizational inputs. Whenever an employee comes into an organization, the value of that employee should be measured and quantified in terms of recruitment, training, experience and commitment. That is, in the process of recruiting, what is the total amount of money that has been incurred by the organization? And in the process of training of employees, what is the total cost that has been incurred by the company in order to train the employees? And after gaining some experience, what is the value of experience of an employee and commitment of employees? Okay, we have to measure and quantify all these characteristics of human organizational inputs. Of course, it is very difficult to quantify and measure the value of experience and commitment, but the efforts can be made to quantify and measure the training, experience and commitment of employees. Now, let us go through what are the objectives of human resource accounting. Okay, the first and foremost important objective of human resource accounting is providing cost value information about acquiring, developing, allocating and maintaining human resources. First and foremost important objective is to provide the most valuable information about acquiring. What is the cost that companies incurring in order to acquire the people, in order to recruit and select the people? And what is the cost the company is incurring for development of employees in the form of training, development, human resource development and higher education of employees, and allocating and maintaining human resources, and enabling management to monitor use of human resources. That is, enabling the management to monitor the use of human resources. Every organization success depends upon how they are going to use their human resources. So it helps the management to monitor the use of human resources. Finding depreciation or appreciation among the human resources. Okay, this is very, very important. Finding depreciation or appreciation among the human resources. Because in case of any depreciation, the measures can be taken to correct it. In case of appreciation, further encouragement can be made to employees. Assisting in developing effective management practices. Here, the effective management practices are possible only through the proper development of human resources in the organization. Okay, so next objective of human resource accounting is assisting in developing effective management practices. Another objective of human resource accounting is increasing managerial awareness of the value of human resources. The management in the organization should be aware of the value of human resources they have. That is another objective of human resource accounting. For better human resource planning. Okay, if there is a proper human resource accounting in the organization, HRP, that is human resource planning, also will be very, very, very effective. Then another objective is for better decision about the people based on improved information system. Okay, here in the HRA, it maintains the complete human resource information system of the organization. Okay, when the complete human resource system is properly managed and maintained in the organization, proper and better decisions can be taken about the people working in the organization. assisting in effective utilization of manpower. If we have a complete records of human resource accounting, efforts can be made for effective utilization of manpower available in the organization, again which is very, very important for success of any organization. Now let us go through the benefits, advantages, merits, significance of human resource accounting. The system of HRA discloses the value of human resources. Of course, when human resource accounting system prevails in the organization, it discloses the value of human resources, which helps in the proper interpretation of return on capital employed. Okay, that means it discloses the human resources, that is the value of human resources. As a result, an organization can interpret the return on capital employed in a proper way. Managerial decision making can be improved with the help of human resource accounting. Of course, at the time of taking any decision, the management will consider the strength of the human resources they have got in the organization. If they have HRA in their organization, they will have complete information about human resources. As a result, the managerial decision can be improved in the sense that the quality of decisions taken by the management will be improved with the help of human resource accounting. The implementation of human resource accounting clearly identifies resources as valuable assets. Here, when the implementation of human resource accounting is there in the organization, that is, when the human resource accounting is implemented in the organization, it clearly defines or identifies human resources as valuable assets, which helps in preventing misuse of human resources by the superiors as well as the management. It is very simple. When the HRA is there in the organization, it clearly identifies the human resources as valuable assets. They consider human resources as most important and valuable assets. When the human resources are treated as most important and valuable asset, the misuse of human resources will be minimized. Next objective, it helps in efficient utilization of human resources and understanding the evil effects of labor unrest on the quality of human resources. Okay, HRA even helps in the effective and the proper utilization of human resources and understanding the evils of labor unrest on the quality of human resources. Here, treating employees is very, very important. In case if there is labor unrest in the organization, it affects the quality of the organization, profitability of the organization, success of the organization. So for that, the management should understand the evil effects of labor unrest. So the HRA helps the management in understanding the human resources and treating them properly. Another benefit of HRA, the system can increase the productivity of the organization because human talent, devotion and skills are considered as valuable assets which can boost the morale of the employees in the organization. Here, when the human resource accounting system is followed in the organization, okay, the talent of the employees of the organization, the devotion they are showing in the work, the skills they have are identified by the management and they will be treated as the most important valuable assets in the organization. When the employees or human resources are treated as most valuable asset, okay, the morale of the employees will be increased. Automatically, when the morale of the employees is increased, it increases the productivity of the organization. Next benefit, it can assist management for implementing best methods of wages and salary administration. Here, this is another that important criteria for success of any organization. The salary and wages management or administration should be ideal in the organization. That is possible with human resource accounting. Another important benefit or advantage is it helps in giving valuable information to the management for effective planning and managing of human resources. When human resource accounting is there in the organization, it will have complete information about the human resources. As a result, whenever the management need any information about the human resources, the valuable information is available to the management for proper planning and management of human resources in the organization. Another benefit is it helps in the measurement of standard cost of recruiting, selecting, hiring and training the people. Okay. With the help of HRA, an organization can measure the standard cost of recruitment, selection, hiring and training of the people, and the organization can select the person with the highest expected realizable values. Okay, so because of HRA, the company or organization will be able to select good quantity and good qualitative employees in the organization. And human resource accounting can change the attitude of managers completely. They would try to maximize the expected value of human resources and effective use of human resources in the organization. Yeah, when HRA is there, complete information about the HR will be available in the organization. When the complete information about the HR is available with the managers, they would try to maximize the expected value of human resources and effective utilization is possible. So this is about the benefits of human resource accounting. Another, it provides necessary data to devise suitable promotion policy, congenial work environment and job satisfaction to the employees or people working in the organization. Even it can help the organization to provide or to frame or to devise a suitable promotion policy and to give more job satisfaction to the employees. Now, let us come to limitations of human resource accounting. Of course, we can treat the human resources of the organization as valuable assets, but in the process of treating human resources as valuable assets of the organization, there are certain lacunas or drawbacks or limitations also. It is not so easy to treat human resources as an organization just like a physical assets. Okay, now let us go through what are the limitations of human resource accounting. The valuation methods have certain disadvantages as well as advantages. Therefore, there is always a bone of contention among the firms that which method is ideal one. As in case of other accounting, as in case of financial accounting, we don't have the standard methods of human resource accounting that can be followed by the organization. And each organization they follow the different methods of human resource accounting. As a result, many organizations they are in doubt. They are in confusion which method is ideal one for human resource accounting. Next, it can assist the management for implementing Second, the limitation is there are no standardized procedure developed so far. So firms providing only as an additional information. Efforts have been made since 1960s, but till today we don't have the standard procedure for human resource accounting. As a result, lot of companies or many companies are providing only or are providing the information about human resources only as an additional information. Under conventional accounting, certain standards are accepted commonly, which is not possible under this method. As in or under conventional accounting or in case of financial accounting, there are a lot of standards which are commonly accepted, but such concepts or such standards are not there under human resource accounting. All the methods of accounting for human assets are based on certain assumptions, which can go wrong at any time. Here, in almost all the methods of human resource accounting, they are based on certain assumptions. And many times, such assumptions may go wrong also. For example, it is assumed that all the workers continue to work with the same organization till retirement, which is far from possible. So which is not possible at all. One of the most important assumptions in the HRA is the employees will continue to work in the same organization till the retirement. But this assumption may not hold good always. Another important limitation of human resource accounting is it is believed that human resources do not suffer depreciation. Usually, we believe that human resources, they are not depreciated, but in fact, they always appreciate, which can also provide otherwise in certain firms. Okay, but usually the human resources always they get appreciated only, but they never get depreciated, just like other physical assets. And another limitation, the lifespan of human resources cannot be estimated. So the valuation seems to be unrealistic. The lifespan or lifetime or age of human resources cannot be estimated. It is very difficult to estimate the people nowadays. Okay, especially during Corona and COVID time, you are seeing lot of young people are dying because of Corona. So we cannot estimate the human life. There is no well set standard accounting practice for measuring the value of human resources as in case of financial accounting. In case of financial accounting, we have very lot of standards for accounting practice, which is not there in human resource accounting. Another limitation, the valuation of human assets assumes that employees may remain with the organization for a certain specified period. However, this assumption may not hold true in today's context of because increased human resource mobility. That means here also, at the time of valuation of human resources as an assets, usually we assume that if an employee does not stay in the same organization till the retirement, we may assume that he will stay with the organization for quite long period of time. That assumption may not hold good always in today's highly the dynamic environment. And another important limitation is there is a possibility that human resource accounting may lead to dehumanization in the organization if the valuation is not done correctly or results of valuation are not utilized properly. There is another danger that there is another danger of dehumanization in the organization. That means the employees may not be treated properly in the organization when the valuation is not done correctly or the results of valuation are not utilized properly. If there are bias, if there are prejudice in the organization, automatically this limitation holds good. And The limitation, there is always a possibility that trade unions may oppose the use of human resource accounting. They may want the parity of wages, salaries and value of employees. That means usually the trade unions, they will not accept the treating human resources as an assets. Okay, so this is about the limitations of human resource accounting.